Engaging. Battle wagon mode activated. Target locked. Obliterated. Battle wagon mode activated. Engaging. Battle wagon mode activated. Target locked. Obliterated.
It is absolute murder.
Alert! We are receiving an incoming transmission from an unknown sender. This communication may be harmful to your computer.
Elsa, let's get real. I know you're trying to amass a force against me. Do you even realize the opportunity we've been given here? This pointless faction war, the res shortage, it's all gonna be a thing of the past within a few weeks. Just trust me, Elsa, this isn't like what happened with Gibson.
Trust you? How can you even say that to me? Look at your face. This is the clockwork all over again. If you have even a shred of humanity within you, you'll pull out your sidearm and put a bullet in your brain this instant.
It was to be expected I would have to trade some of my dashing good looks as I strengthen the bond with the pathogen, but that doesn't make me a slave to it.
I did not conceive it possible for you to become even more hideous. The bar has been raised. Or lowered. It depends on your frame of reference.
Jameson, just tell me this one thing. How long have you been blowing smoke up my tailpipe? How long have you been this way?
You are so hung up on irrelevancy, but I'll answer this one question if it'll return you to the realm of reason. I clued in sometime after the war. I'm sure I harbored it for a long while, but after we killed the entity, its influence was subtle. Sure, I still carried the pathogen, but nothing was driving it. For years, I literally had zero symptoms. Without a cure, I knew the UTA would put me on a burn list without hesitation. So I resigned from service and came looking to make peace with you. I knew you wouldn't leave the infection remnant to fester, so it was the best chance I had to find some answers. Or at least closure. It wasn't until years later did I begin to realize that this influence was a two-way street. Then things got really interesting.
So that is why the dormant infection we discovered awoke upon our arrival. It was reacting to your presence. Very interesting. Are you able to communicate with it in some way? How are you able to pass down your orders to your subjects? Pheromone secretion? Territorial marking with urine? It is the urine, I am certain of it.
I'm terminating this transmission. We're done talking to the enemy. Everyone get back to work. We have stickies to waste.
Still beating your fist raw against a brick wall, I see. It really is sad how little foresight you have. Just look around you. Look at all the damage humanity has done. Do you really think I'm in it to make things worse than they already are? If I wanted to destroy humanity, all I'd have to do is nothing at all.
You might be able to convince yourself this is in everyone's best interest, but I can say without a doubt that whatever relationship you have with this corruption, you are not wearing the pants.
You're still not making a logical leap here. Do you know what happens in nature when the alpha dies? Everyone gets a welcome promotion. This pathogen's no different. Without the entity here, its subjects inherit from whatever source is strongest. This is simple evolution. We did such a meticulous job wiping them out the last time. I now have seniority. I'm the alpha now. That means anything infected now falls in line beneath me, and me alone.
While we are making analogies of animal nature, allow me to remind you that it is also common for a variety of lesser life forms to fornicate with siblings. Tell me, How many brothers have you fathered since your decline into the social hierarchy of infectious diseases?
It sickens me to think I've somehow helped you achieve your perverted goals of conquest. I should have ended you years ago when I had the chance.
Helped me? Elsa, without you, none of this would be possible. You put me on the throne. You literally gave me a base, an army, and a golden opportunity. I'm here because of you. A means to an end. Consider that before you come knocking on my door, looking for a fight.
What is it about me anyway? Why can't I see the fox in the henhouse? This really is happening again. Life as we know it hangs by a thread, and I'm yet again responsible for it.
While all of this is clearly and absolutely your fault, it would be hypocritical to chastise you for it. A butterfly flaps its wings and 1 billion stars plummet into a black hole. That is just the nature of the universe, and these events can be impossible to foresee. Your brain is just too small and smooth. The blatant reality is, not only was Admiral Can Opener able to fool you, but also the ship's computer, and more unintelligibly, myself.
Well, isn't this just tender? Your real problem is you care too much. You talk tough, but I know you better than that. You're not fit to make the hard calls. You think everyone can just get along, hold hands, and pet ponies all day. The reality is, this galaxy is getting crowded. Life isn't very special anymore when it's divided by an uncountable number. Without leadership, without control, people are just an infection too. The sooner you realize that, the sooner we can get back on the same page.
9,000 fails to understand how this has communication access to the ship. Are you all so terminally deaf that you can't hang up the receiver when you're done conversing? Stupid. So f***ing stupid.
Elsa, you are now really starting to piss me right off. I'm trying so hard to save lives, to end this war, this strife, and here you are, trying to martyr yourself like a moth to the flame.
Rising up to stamp out pieces of garbage like yourself is what us humans do best. You shouldn't have underestimated us. You picked the wrong side of this war. You always were a loser, and I'm going to make sure the whole universe knows it.
Look, let me be honest with you. I detest that ship, that crew, taking orders. For Void's sake, I was a ranking admiral of the UTA before being a babysitter for a bunch of misfits. I'd love for nothing more than to see that ship burn. Elsa, the only reason I don't vaporize you is solely out of respect for you alone. You are the only one on that ship that can be considered a human being. I'd hate for you to end up being a casualty in all of this, but I'm giving you a fair warning. Push this any further, and a casualty is all you'll ever amount to. Everything you do is hopeless in the end. You can't win. Everything you do is hopeless in the end.
Battle ready mode activated. Davies engagement. West point.
say for the sake of humor, you were able to make it all the way here, past my armada of ships, and put an end to my so-called reign of terror. Then what? Happily ever after? You can't be that naive. The res, the infection, humanity, the void itself, it's all connected. Without a counterforce, life itself will grow and devour everything. There will be nothing left to eat by the end of it. Not a second thought will be given to the boneyard left behind. What kind of organism does that sound like to you?
I am in agreement that the sheer unwashed masses can be disgusting and repulsive. However, as troublesome as these meat husks may be, you have no right to extinguish humanity as a whole. It is beneath me to prepare my own sustenance, among a variety of other tasks. Therefore, I require these husks to be at my beckon at all times. This is something that I cannot allow you to take from me.
What he said. Carl, how are we coming along with those projections? I'm getting anxious to go on the offensive for a change.
Find it within yourself to summon a sliver of patience. My cerebrum is already overclocked trying to calculate our odds of survival come lunchtime, let alone the outcome of this entire war. We are simply not yet prepared to assault the central infection.
You will never be ready, nor will you ever see the victory you strive for. Everything you could possibly hope to accomplish here is pointless in the end.
You say that now, but soon enough, I'll be spitting on your smouldering corpse. I've killed the Dark Entity once already, so you could say I'm a veteran zombie slayer by now. You, on the other hand, still have your apocalypse training wheels on.
Elsa, you can't kill something that feeds on death. This infection, it is the anti-life. It is the counter to the ungoverned multiplication of biology. While life evolves simply through living, this infection does quite the opposite. The harder you fight against it, the more it iterates and evolves. You destroyed the Dark Entity only to give rise to its successor in me. If you destroy me, what do you think will come after? Consider your actions carefully, Elsa, before you proceed any further down this road.
Game saved. Battle Dragon mode activated. Obliterating. Do you really want to know what the Dark Entity is? Where it came from? It's just a non-corporeal alien life form. While its quantum frequency matter makeup may seem like magic to the limited scientific understanding of humanity, it is anything but a god. There was a time where billions of these creatures roamed the universe, devouring rares to advance. not unlike we've done. You, of course, should know all about this by now. You did help prepare the ancient alien gate that allowed us to destroy the Dark Entity. Who do you think built them in the first place?
You are perpetually incorrect, stupid, and ugly as usual. Why would such an advanced alien species not only engineer their own destruction, but leave such a tool behind for others to use against them?
Because when the Dark Entity manifested itself to them, it would have been something else. Something less advanced. Something they could overcome. I'm sure for a time these aliens relished in a false victory over the darkness. But like you're witnessing now, evolution can happen faster than you could blink. The entity inherited their form, using it to obliterate them. In death, it grew stronger. Just like how they had done, you destroyed the entity from a time forgotten, forcing it to adapt. Now I am its revision. I am its evolution.
Nothing that a few billion gigaliters of bleach won't clean up.
You know you can't stop this. This is the nature of the universe itself. Would you rather this new age be ushered in by the will of an extinct alien race, or whatever forsaken incantation succeeds me? At least now, there is some humanity governing the process. We don't have to wipe the slate clean. We can save a lot of people.
How many are going to have to die before you are satisfied? How many will you cull like cattle? That doesn't sound very human-like to me. In fact, I'm so bloody sick of hearing you out of your mouth. I simply can't stand it any longer. Computer, block all incoming transmissions from this IP address.
Why you didn't do that ages ago is beyond the calculation ability of 9000's operating system. You have wasted precious time allowing yourself to be antagonized. You are far too pretty to be making decisions that affect galactic continuity.
Skid, I am going to pound your nodes into a pancake with a red brick the next time you... Oh, forget it. Talking to you is like pissing gasoline onto a campfire.
Gasso... what?
You can't win, so don't try.
Game saved. Your voicemail box has run out of available memory. You have 359 unread messages from...
Pick up the phone, Elsa!
Push 1 to listen to all 359 messages. Or push 7 to delete all 359 messages.
7! Where is that bloody 7 key? I just can't seem to push it fast enough or hard enough.
Jameson is likely losing his easily perplexed mind contemplating the possibility of his defeat. That single solitary fact fills me with orgasmic pleasure.
Does not respect any of you in the slightest. I must say it has been amusing watching you manipulate a flood of sheep to slaughter themselves before you consider putting yourself in danger.
9,000.
Tips.
9,000s.
Hat to your skills of deceit. You are all truly horrible people. 10 out of 10. Would cleanse the galaxy again.
Let's not mince words. We all hate each other, but that's what makes us the best of friends, I think. Regardless, we wouldn't all be here if we all didn't suck it up. I know you all could have offloaded at the nearest port, and I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with. Whatever happens next, I just want you all to know how immeasurably proud I am of each of you. If we don't make it through the coming storm, then it's been an honor. If we do make it through this, you all owe me a round at the pub. Captain's orders.
What is this, a Saturday morning cartoon? You really think this is gonna wrap up into a happy ending? You know, I really can't stand to see you struggle with this any longer. You know where I live. You come on by when you're ready to settle this face to face.
Game saved.
Nice, thank you. Salute of my gratitude. You gonna eat that? I don't understand. Maybe if you spoke. I don't understand. Maybe if you spoke backwards. How can I be of assistance? Of my gratitude. How can I be of assistance? Of my gratitude. Salute. I find our arrangement satisfactory.
I died yesterday, but now I'm better. I haven't slept since. Gloves are kind of like helmets for your fingers.
Of my gratitude.
Thursday's coming soon. Did you bring your coat? You gonna eat that? Flies in my head? Please! My hands feel like two balloons!